Well, hello everyone, and you join us on the eve of Watches and Wonders, where we're going to find out all the new releases from all the latest brands. And it wouldn't be Rolex without a little bit of a tease, and they dropped something on us yesterday, in fact, that shows us a few little details about the upcoming watches from the 2022 Rolex collection. Tom, what was your initial thoughts seeing these 15 seconds of revealing confusion?
Well, I saw the same crown over and over again, and the word sky. So I was just like, oh, it's Sky Dweller. Yeah. But I think there's more to it than meets the eye. I think there's actually several different pieces in there. So, but yeah, my untrained eye wasn't able to discern any kind of noticeable difference, but you might be able to tell me otherwise.
Well, I think there might be some Chris Nolan levels of inception going on in this video here. Perhaps they recruited him to insert all of the tiny little details that you only start to pick up on the third watch. And
yeah, well, Chris Nolan uses less CGI than Rolex, but yeah, I take your point.
Yeah, no practical elements were used in this shooting. So what we're going to try and do is see what we can discern from this rather cryptic video. So starts off with a view of the ocean, somewhere that Rolex has spent quite a lot of its time developing watches. But there's nothing necessarily that we see in this video that really lends itself to any of the Submariner or Sea Dweller collections. It's pretty clear that they're referring to the 30th of March 2022 because unlike the rest of it, that is very clearly written in the video. But the first watch that we get to, we rise from the ocean, a very golden looking sunset ocean, and we see what is clearly a Yachtmaster case with triple dots with the middle one bigger, which means white gold trip lock. So a white gold Yachtmaster. Tom, have you been hankering for a white gold Yachtmaster?
Yeah, that's top of my list, that one. So that'll be good to get my hands on that. I'll be there day one to purchase that and take that away.
Now, we already have a white gold Yachtmaster in 42mm, so perhaps this one will be 40mm instead. Your excitement is definitely mirrored by myself, as you can tell by the tone of my voice. Moving on, we traverse through a rocky canyon. It's got those sort of crystalline structures that you might see. What is it? The Causeway, Giant's Causeway's got that kind of vibe.
Yeah, it looks more like Iceland, actually, but I think
perhaps, yeah.
I think this could all be CGI again, so I don't think there's any clues here.
I think it very much could be purely from the mind of a VFX artist, and maybe we are mimicking Corridor Crew with VFX artist react more than we are about the watches.
There's some lumps of raw unobtainium there, which, of course, all their watches are made from.
Yeah, into the briefest of flashes of the famous fluted bezel, stylized to actually help tools open the front of the watch back in the day when the Oyster was sealed by screw thread front and back. But here I'm expecting this is more to do with it being a date just of some sort. Perhaps a Sky Dweller, as is alluded to by the follow-up line, to move skywards.
I thought that was just referring to prices and waiting lists. But the obvious thought is Sky Dweller, because it says Sky.
It does. Between that, we see a blue dial with a diamond set into it, and one of those kind of nice motifs that Rolex seems to be experimenting with on its dial. That could be something to do with a date just.
Yeah, what's going on there? You've got sort of textured dial, and then you've got these lines all kind of converging at this chamfered diamond.
Yeah. I like to think that diamond is enormous. It feels like it's absolutely massive.
Yeah,
but I'm sure it's just a marker.
Have you seen anything else like that anywhere else? I can't really place it. It doesn't trigger me in any way.
Not really. No. I suppose that's the idea. If they gave it all away, we'd lose all the fun we're having.
Yeah, now we have to wait like 12 hours to find out what they really are.
We see an aeroplane reflected, flying off into the sky. That's all the journalists heading to Watches and Wonders. And then we see probably the clearest view of any watch, which is of a GMT Master in black and green, I think, here. But here's something interesting. This is mirrored over the two halves, and the mirrored side, the crown on the left-hand side, it doesn't look like the numbers are backwards. I wonder if they're alluding to a left-hand crown GMT Master. Inclusive.
Oh, I was thinking, because they're sort of going on this reflection motif, it was all going to be chrome plated, sort of bring the prices down a bit.
Oh, I see. At first I thought you meant in a cool Terminator 2 vibe, but you mean no, like it'll rub off and leave your wrist green.
Yeah.
That's what the green bezel is indicating. Then we move into some sort of sunset, sunrise scenario, and then into something that is probably the least expected of all of the images we see. It's very, very dark. There is a shiny bezel. We've seen that on the Milgauss, on the Datejust, on the Explorer 1. Twin lock crown, yep. But there are also crown guards. Now, I don't think I have seen that combination of twin lock crown and polished bezel with crown guards. So, new Milgauss, perhaps? Crown guards on the Datejust? Explorer 1 with crown guards? A watch that already exists that I've completely missed because they all look the same? I don't know.
Embrace the mystery.
Absolutely, yeah. When we see it tomorrow through the window of the Rolex booth, because we have not been invited to go inside, we'll enjoy them from a slight distance through bulletproof glass.
Yeah.
And that's really the end of the video. We end up in the sky, in some clouds, flying IFR, new watches 2022 to be revealed tomorrow, and we will bring them to you as soon as we get to see them. See you then. Bye.
See ya.